Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another lawn care tips video. Today, I just want to explain some few things that helped me grow my business that will also help you grow your business if you're starting from scratch. And these three things that I'm going to talk about actually really helped me get my name and my company out to be able to add more accounts to my list for weekly mowing. So if you're really trying to grow your business and maybe you're just starting from scratch, maybe you kind of have a couple lawns going, you're really trying to look forward to going and growing your business, well, this might be the video for you because today I'm going to give you those top three things that I did that even if you could do, if you even have a strong running business and maybe you're not doing these three things, I would advise you to add these to your business and you will increase your revenue and you'll increase your customer base just by doing this. I just want to ask you guys to also help me and help others out by hitting that like button because it helps this video reach out to others, which will help them as well, and then we can create a community. So if you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll give you guys some more tips. So these three things really help my business grow, and that is because I really stood out. And that's the one thing I want you to take away, is that I really stood out and did something different. You need to do something different that people aren't doing around you to be able to stand out and get more jobs. So not a lot of people doing these three things, and I was implementing them into my business and doing them. So when I did that, I stood out more. I was able to create better relationships with other people, and it got my name out there to show them that I'm also in the lawn care business and I can do these extra things to help them out on their yard. First big one I just want to talk about is weed whacking. So a ton of people I know hate weed whacking. People mow their lawn a lot, but they don't like doing weed whacking. So maybe this could just be as simple as someone mows their own lawn. They just want someone to come up and trim around the property because they don't want to do it themselves. They don't want to buy the weed whacker. They don't want to, it is a hard labor job compared to just mowing, and it is a pain. And I understand why they don't want to do it because sometimes I don't want to do it, but it pays very good. And not just trimming around the property, but you can also trim like big steep banks, and you can trim around trails. So if someone has trails through the woods, they need some trimming done. You can also end up getting a blade attachment on your weed whacker, so you can cut the bigger saplings that maybe a regular homeowner doesn't have, and so they don't have the ability to do that. When a homeowner doesn't have the tool to do it, they usually just hire people out to do it because for one, they don't really want to do it. For two, they don't want to go get the equipment, and that's what we're here for. The second thing I want to talk about is doing leaf cleanups. Leaf cleanups are huge. If you're in a climate in an area where you have trees that have leaves that come off in the fall and they are spread around everywhere, making a mess. Sure, they look pretty when they're on the trees and they're falling, but when they cover your yard and you can't even see your grass, it's bad to leave it on your lawn because then your grass really doesn't grow. And if you are going to leave it on your lawn, usually you should mulch it up and cut it into finer pieces. Otherwise, it's going to kill the grass. It's going to make it all moisty and wet, and it's going to make it the ground underneath all gross. So one thing I really like trying to do was just showing and advertising that we do leaf cleanups. And I really just started off with one leaf blower and a rake. You can just start off with a rake and do this really easily with just a rake, and you can price this the way you want. You could do hourly, you could do by the job. If you're doing a rake, maybe you just do hourly, but if you try to really invest into your equipment and you really know how things are going to go and how quickly you can do a job, then you can get a leaf blower and you can get the job done even quicker. To add on to leaf cleanups, you can also charge for taking the leaves away. So in your truck, maybe you can build up some sideboards, or maybe you don't even want to do that and you just want to put the leaves right in your bed and you can stomp them down and put a tarp over them, because that's the way I started out. And maybe this year I'm probably gonna upgrade a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. But anyways, so taking away leaves and cleaning it all up, cleaning up people's yards, even if they're doing their own mowing and other maintenance, just doing these jobs kind of gets your foot in the door and kind of shows your work ethic, and people will enjoy that. And then once you do work for them, they might realize that they want to have you do the yard work because they're sick of it. A lot of people see that you're a good worker and they don't want to have to go out and do the yard work themselves anymore because they see you can do a really amazing job and all they have to do is pay you for it instead of spending their time and energy into the yard when they could be putting that somewhere else. The last thing I really want to talk about is lawn repair. So this is something I also have been able to gain a customer with, and I can share you with a little bit of story. When we had like barely any customers, we went to go door knocking, and when we went door knocking, we ended up getting to show up at this lady's house where she actually wanted us to do some weeding. We ended up just charging like $5 to do the weeding, and then what eventually happened was we kind of talked where we asked her, you know, do you want us to mow your property? Well, she already had someone that actually already mowed the lawn, so that year we weren't going to be able to do it. And but there was other things that she actually wanted us to do, and one of the things was lawn repair. She asked us, hey, could you actually cut this stuff down? It's all weedy and gross. I would like to have this actually good grass here, and I don't like this crap here anymore. So what we do is we ended up cutting it down, rototilling it up, and seeding it, putting hay on top of it so good green grass can grow up. This was a way we got our name out there more, and even though she had someone already mowing the property for her, we were able to do all these extra tasks that they didn't actually do. So even though she already had someone servicing the property, they didn't do all these extra things like we did. So we ended up being able to make a lot of money that year just from doing cleanups and all these extra jobs for her. When it came to the springtime, since she already saw our work ethic, since she already saw us, we were able to actually get her to pay us to mow her lawn instead of paying the other guy. So we ended up getting this job and we ended up getting this lawn just because we offered the other services, we showed our good work ethic, and she switched to us. I actually think my price was a little bit higher than the guy she actually was already having service the lawn, but I think because we had a good work ethic, we built up a nice little relationship with her, that she ended up wanting to go with us because we did the extra stuff. So just to recap, if you remember, the one thing I want you to take out away from this video is doing things that people don't do around you. So maybe people are already doing these things and you can implement these things into your business, but there might be other things that they aren't doing that you can add to your business to make you stand out and be different, and they want to have you service their property instead of the other guys because you add a little bit more services, so it's more valuable for them to hire you to do some stuff instead of hiring the other guy. So just remember, we got weed whacking, leaf cleanups, and lawn repair. These are the 3 things I have added into my business to actually grow it more than others. I've been able to create better revenue that I can reinvest back into my business. So sometimes it's not just about getting the lots of customers just for mowing, but it's adding these extra services so that you can get enough revenue just from a few customer base that where you can end up taking that money and reinvesting back into your business and creating more of clientele. But just remember, you know, you can make a lot of money just with a few clients, and you don't need hundreds of customers just by doing mowing. And a lot of people do that, and that's totally fine. But there's other ways where you can make money and bring in more to your business so that you can be more profitable. I really hope this video helped you out, whether you're just barely starting out and thinking about doing lawn care, whether you've been doing it maybe for a year or two, or even if you've been an established business for 5+ years and you've been just mowing and you haven't been adding these extra services, well, you might want to think about adding these services and creating a better profitable business, because you'll be able to grow and scale your business substantially by adding these things. So if this did help you at all, make sure you remember to hit that like button, subscribe down to my channel because I'll be posting more content just like this one. So just hit that subscribe button. You can also check out my other socials, Isaac Maring on everything. So go check those out. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.